Hey there, Pisces. I hope you guys are doing well. This is a reading for those who wanted a reading with no cards and a channeled intuitive reading. I'm in a park right now. I don't know what time it is. It's probably 8 or 9. Yeah, I'm going to consider this message for... It's June 2024. So what I'm feeling here, Pisces, is that there's a likelihood that you will need to... What I'm feeling is like extend yourself for communication should it come towards you, but also to be very mindful of how much you invest yourself into a thing based upon the feelings that you have. And these things are going to be more so in regard to feelings of longing, feelings of wanting to get our needs met, and in some kind of base way, almost like putting ourselves secondary to get our needs met. It's an energy that is, it's almost like I'm dealing potentially with situations that can't show up entirely for me, but I'm still going to engage them, is the type of energy that I'm picking up here. This could be friendships, family members, loved ones, people that we're out of connection with at this time. The energy is one of wanting to get our needs met, and it's almost like this subconscious way of doing it at any cost, and that's potentially problematic for you. I don't necessarily know if you're in any like actual danger, but internally, emotionally, psychically, it's not necessarily something that's going to be beneficial for you, especially if this is something where it's like time and time and time again you've experienced so much of the same thing from somebody or from some group of people where it's like that incremental energy. It pops up and then it disappears and it's nowhere to be found, and it's like it feels like even with what this person may share with you, it's almost as if like you are so hungry for something that you try to even persuade yourself, or you might try to sidestep what your intuition is telling you, and you may try to go for something that has proven to be problematic. So I'm going to exit out of this message here. Some of your goals in work are, it's like I'm feeling like a revision energy when it comes to people who, you may get an idea from somebody that is worth putting in the effort to apply to your situation or apply to your work, apply to what you're creating, your project here. I don't necessarily feel like it's a complete plagiarism, but I do feel that it's something that can help to make your offering, make your situation better. Some sort of information that you can incorporate here. Maybe it's almost as if like it's like I don't want to say diagram, but like something where it's like a template, like you can borrow the template from somebody, or you see a way that somebody's doing it and you're like, I could implement that, I could make that beneficial because it's so in sync with my own. So there's this element of like wanting to incorporate something new for the benefit of your work situation or some sort of creative endeavor that you're doing. I would say do that, pay attention to that, and if that's something that you need permission for, get the permission, but it feels like you should probably move that forward towards your experience because it's asking for you to, it's going to take you deeper into what you're involving yourself in. It's going to change the way that you experience what you're doing. It's almost like it fast forwards things, or it, what's the word? Streamlines is the word. Okay. I get like this, it's almost like this tightening in my throat when I'm feeling this. It's like needing to speak about something here. There's like some sort of element where you're going to need to protect like what it is that you... what it is that you've said. It's like protecting what you've said because somebody's either misconstruing it or they're like intentionally like unraveling it and putting it in all different directions where it really didn't need to be, or it wasn't where it wasn't what you said. So it's like you have to kind of like bring that back, redefine it, and be present in what you said, because it feels like somebody's going to try to, I don't know, it kind of feels manipulative. It kind of feels like using your words against you, but also for their benefit, which is kind of crappy. It's just a strange way to go about something, but it's a manipulative tactic, and it feels that that energy is one where it kind of blows up in somebody's face. But here it is again for you to be very, very intentional in how you go about securing exactly what you said and what you meant. And even maybe offer them to help them if they're so bent on using it. Okay. I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to press pause. I'm going to wait for that car to pass. It's just too much on my brain. So some of you may be dealing with situations where the people in your proximity, and it almost feels like the people surrounding your world, like your neighbors, your roommates, the people that are closest to you in your physical experience, it feels here that there might be some points of like issue with somebody, or it could be as even silly and simple as like a noise matter, like, oh, this is just too loud, but there's a way for you to like come to communicate with this person where it actually strengthens your connection. So it's not like this point of contention, or you're not like the annoying neighbor, or you're not like the frustrating person to deal with. And then it's like you kind of may also create an ally out of this person. I'm hearing lycopene a lot, so some of you may want to look up lycopene, Lycopene. It is a compound derived from tomatoes, and I think other things maybe with beta carotene, I'm not sure, but it's, I believe, for the eyes and maybe heart health. I'm not sure though. Just look up lycopene if that is resonating with you. Some of you are challenging yourself at this time to put your energy forward in your physical body. It's almost as if Pisces has a very, very Pisces has a bad rap for forgetting about the physical realm and going into the spiritual realm or the etheric realm. Here, it almost feels as if, Pisces, that you're going into a mindset of prioritizing your physical body because some of that has been neglected. Some of you may be going to the gym. Some of you may be changing the direction of your food and the way that you prioritize food. So some of you may be needing to eat more if you're somebody that tends to like forget to eat, or you're super, super busy or something like that. And some of you who overeat need to prioritize finding a happy medium with it, finding some sort of calm and resolve with it so it's not overwhelming you in feelings and feeling like you are constantly fighting against this like ocean of regret every time you put something in your mouth. We all have to eat the food, you know, it just depends on what we're eating and how much of it we're eating, right? Okay, so what I'm hearing too is, okay, so this is a very fun energy then, okay. This is a fun energy, or maybe it's just the vibration of where some of you in your love lives are probably, the way that I'm picking it up is like, I feel that some of you may be dealing with situations where we kind of have this mindset of like, they're not good enough, or I'm not good enough for them, they're not good enough for me. It's like that kind of like good enough energy, like I don't know how to describe that, but it's almost as if like, what is that? Where you're out of my league type of energy. Oh, this person's out of my league. It's really kind of a weird way to put that, because it actually really diminishes our energy, your energy, and it says you're not worth something. Why aren't you worth something? They're a person, they have a heart, they poop too. Like, there's no difference between you. Everybody bleeds red. So it's like, it's kind of this weird energy of, why are they out of your league? And what about them is so intriguing? Is it just that they're attractive, or are they engaging as well? Because I feel here that you're gonna, in a weird way, it's like, Pisces, you're almost challenging yourself to engage people who you feel are out of your league, or you're engaging people who are, it's like you're gonna come off real quirky, and you're gonna be like, yo, why you gotta be so fine? Why, you know, you see somebody like walking down the street that's really like beautiful or handsome, whatever, and it's like, why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be so handsome? You know, it's kind of that energy, and it puts them off guard, it almost feels, but it breaks the ice. It's about getting past the feeling of discomfort and not belonging. Because you do belong. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just a matter of engaging people who, you know, you might perceive as out of your league, and they're not. They're just people. And if they have an attitude and they look at you like you're wacko and weird, well, maybe they're out of your league, you know? Is there anything else? I feel like this strange energy of competition in your experience right now, Pisces. I'm not sure why, because Pisces usually aren't super competitive. They're kind of like, yeah, you can do that, whatever. I'm not going to bother. I'll do whatever I feel like when I feel like it, if I feel like it, whatever, you know? And here it almost feels, Pisces, where it's like there's like an element of like competitive energy. It's like, no, I'm going to win. It's very Aries. It's very Mars driven energy, where it's just like, no, I'm going to win. I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're not going to get in my way. And I'm not going to get, that's what it is. I'm not going to get in my way. So there's like two messages here, especially like going and seeking out people who are out of your league, but also I'm not going to get in my way. So it's basically like a way to kind of put that nervousness to bed, put that anxiety to bed, where it's like maybe you have experienced things where you don't act or hit on that impulse because you feel like you're not worthy of something, or you feel like it's uncomfortable, or what are they going to think? Here it's almost as if we're like, nah, I'm going to shake my own cage. I'm going to let loose the Kraken. I'm going to be present in this experience, even if it makes me sick. you know, and it's kind of like a forceful way to make yourself engage with things, which is really good. And in a certain way, it almost feels like you may come out on top because you put that initiation there and you have this like momentum of anxiety and fear behind you. It feels like there's this energy of like moving forward, right? Some of you are needing to be careful with your feet right now. Some of you are needing to either see podiatrists, either take care of like the soles of your feet is what I'm getting. Some of you maybe have like fallen arches or something, and like the shoe wear you're wearing is not healthy for your feet, or it's like you're doing too much on your feet, but you're also not taking care of your feet. Some of you are dealing with like heavy arthritic situations, again, with your feet, with the balance energy. Pisces rules the feet, so be mindful about that. You know, some of you may need to see a podiatrist, see a doctor who maybe can help you with like your tendons, your muscles of the legs, you know. Some of you may just want to even invest in a massage gun that can help to ease up some of that tension in the legs. I feel like some of you are going to be canceling plans as well. It's almost as if like you have this idea of something that's going to happen, or like it's going to it's like this previous experience or previous energy of like, okay, I have this like plan, or there's like somebody involved here, but something kind of falls away, or like something kind of changes in a kind of an abrupt way, Pisces, and it feels like it kind of reroutes you altogether. It also feels like there's going to be a fair amount of like frustration behind this, or anger is what it feels like. It feels like anger. And disappointment is what it feels like. Disappointment that turns to anger is what I'm getting. It's going to hit upon a lot of elements within you that kind of are going to put like, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, why wasn't I picked, why didn't I do this, why all of the reasons that this situation doesn't come together. It's going to maybe affect like those parts of yourself that feel like they aren't worthy, or this could be connected to a person where plans were started and then they never manifest. That's for some of you. I feel like some of you are going to be watching other people. I don't know if this is like a stalker thing with like, you know, an ex or somebody like that, but it feels like you're going to be watching other people, and it's really to pick up on how people do things, because sometimes people are very natural at certain things and some of us are not, and so it's kind of almost like in the daily world you can watch somebody walk and see how freely they walk, or you can watch somebody walk and see how like closed off their energy is. You know, find somebody in your life or who you know, or you kind of frequent around places where it's like, you know, you might be picking up energy, or you might be picking up some sort of like watching them for some sort of like trait that is beneficial. This is again kind of in this vein of like using somebody's template, you know, and maybe we get to use somebody as a template, but the energy is present for it and it's supportive there, and it asks for you to just be mindful on how to do it, because this is kind of like going from the ground up to change something, but it benefits you in the long run. You're not a copycat, you're just learning. That's what it feels like. You're not a copycat, you're just learning. You're going to be prioritizing situations that are fair. Everything's going to be fair. I almost feel like now we have like this what's the image? The Justice card image is coming through my head right now, really, really heavy. But it's almost like hitting me over the head. Like, you're only going to be engaging with things that are fair, and the things that are not fair, you're going to be taking yourself away from. And I know that sounds like such a cliche thing to say and such a basic thing to say, but it feels like there's been a lot of prioritizing situations that have not been fair to you, yet you've shown up for them over and over and over again. And it's like, well, why? Well, sometimes we have to pull our energy back from things like that and actually make a very clear, like, notation to the universe. Hey, I don't deserve to be in situations that are not equal, that are not reciprocal, that are not kind to me. I don't want to be with people that are like deceptive or half there or can't show up when I show up and like continue to show up. I feel you're going to be very fair with yourself. Yes, it is about like engaging with situations that are fair, Pisces, but also I feel like you're just going to be putting that in your mindset now. Like, no, it's like you're pre-thinking things before you engage them. Is this fair? Is this going to be fair to me? And then it's like, I don't see that being fair. And it's pulling yourself back before you engage it. It's looking at situations before you engage them. So okay, am I here to fix something for somebody? Am I here to be a wet nurse? Like, what am I receiving? But also, in what level am I giving? In what level is my expenditure being put out there versus like what this person is being sharing equally. In some situations we have to do the lion's share of the work, but here it almost feels like there's a prioritizing of situations that are equal for you because it is most beneficial for you. It helps you attract things that are actually in alignment with you. It helps you attract situations and people in your life that are fair and that will treat you correctly. Yeah, I think that's all we have here, Pisces. I hope that this is helpful for you. I'm going to let it go. Yeah, feel free to like, share, subscribe if you want to. And if you like this type of reading or this type of message, channeled message, you let me know and I can continue doing them. I did them at the very beginning of my channel a long time ago, but I stopped. I don't know why. So anyways, yeah, let me know if this is of interest to you, and I will talk to you later. Take care. I love you, Pisces. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.